What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Plain and the Doubt podcast where we doubt everything. I'm here with the squad. My name is Chris.
CX Drive.
I see you.
Man, neat.
And it's your boy John Lewis. Welcome back to episode 2 of the podcast with the crew. Well,
That rhymed.
I hope you guys been enjoying all the content that we've been releasing. We got the one got an RIP. We got the what was the other one? F what you think, and we got a lot more coming in the next week or so. So hope you guys have been enjoying all the content that we have been providing in this channel. And yeah, man, we're here to pod number 2. What's good with everybody?
Chilling, man.
It's been a difficult week.
Yeah,
it's been a crazy week. Yeah, definitely.
Social media has been very depressing. Everything you see is just, unfortunately, very sad, and it's been a tough time this past week
Right.
for most people.
Definitely. It's obviously something unavoidable, and if you don't know what's going on, you're basically living under a rock. Like, it's everywhere you look at. But it's definitely, it hasn't even been a full week of this, and I feel like this has been one of the craziest weeks of like the entire year of 2020. But
Give our audience a backstory or a context on what we're talking about here.
so yeah, like basically this happened last Monday. But basically a cop killed a black man, and
George
Floyd. He put his knee on his
Rest in
neck.
peace.
Rest in peace to George Floyd. He put his knee on his neck, and basically for 10 straight minutes had his knee on his neck. This man was unarmed. He wasn't resisting. He wasn't resisting. Wasn't doing anything, and basically an awful death happened that day, and it sparked so much. The nation, the whole entire America is raging right now because of this
Rightfully
event.
so, yeah.
And this has been going on for years and years. Racism is still here. It's not leaving. It's very sad. It's a very sad moment that we're facing, and it's
great. It's crazy to think that as we speak, literally the world is on fire.
yeah. This is literally happening right now when we're talking about
riots.
this.
There's riots in pretty much almost every state. Obviously, the stuff recorded with a bunch of people, including us. We feel what they're fighting for, and they're literally burning cop cars. They're burning precincts. They're looting Target. They're just showing how much they've had it with everyone, and like they just really want to make a statement. And it's crazy because like they're destroying these places, but there's no justice, man.
Yeah.
The way they treated George Floyd, the way I see it, these people have every right.
Yeah, it's inhumane.
It's very sickening. Even thinking about it, it just pisses me off. I have a few friends that are cops, and I know they're good-hearted people, and I know there are a bunch of cops that are good-hearted people.
Definitely.
But I also have seen firsthand cops abuse their power, and this is just another time that they have abused their power. But this was visibly sickening to watch. I personally have not seen the full video because when I see shit like that, it just depresses me and it ruins my whole day. But I acknowledge that it's there, and I show respect to the community that's really fighting for their rights.
Yeah.
So,
while we're on that, like everybody fighting for the rights, like I know there's a lot of people out there like protesting, part of the riots, obviously, and people have a reason to be mad. Like, don't get me wrong, like what happened was a travesty, but anybody that's out there doing those protests, man, I implore y'all to be safe, man. That's all I really want to get off. Like, please, like, try to be as safe as possible while you're out there.
Yeah, this is, we have a platform, and it's only right that we speak on it, even though it's a very tough and unfortunate subject. And, it wouldn't be right if we didn't talk about it. And I appreciate you guys bringing it up. And it's, like you said, like racism is clearly still here for some reason. It's crazy. It's something that we wish that we could just pass, and it's unfortunate that it's still here, present in modern day society. And rest in peace to George Floyd. Like you, Chris, I didn't watch the full video, and because I can't take things like that, and that it hurts. It's so unnecessary, and no matter, some people are like, yeah, but give me context, like why did it happen? Like, no, 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 it doesn't matter what happened, even though nothing happened, by the way.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
Yeah, even though nothing happened, it doesn't matter what happened. A cop is supposed to just protect and ensure safety and detain, but it is not your call to be the judgment day guy, you know what I'm saying, like to take away somebody's life,
Definitely.
especially when there was like what, 3 to 4 other cops around him.
I
Yeah,
think there were
for
like four other cops around him.
mhm.
Yeah, it's the situation was, it wasn't crazy enough to where that action needed to take place, and now we lose another black man's life because of it. And
yeah,
this is just adding to the list, and it's like this list is getting way too long. This is not, we shouldn't be, how do you say it, like used to it. This is not something that we should be used to. This
It
is not
shouldn't be
something,
another hashtag. It should not.
yeah,
right.
facts.
And
Someone's
it has
name.
to, any way you can contribute, any way you can bring awareness, please do so. Those of you that are brave enough to go out there and protest, we support you. Like Manny said, just try to stay safe out there, because it's going from peaceful to, to violent, and just everybody just be aware of your surroundings. But any way that you can contribute to bring awareness, whether it's just posting on social media, whether it's just talking about it, gathering in groups, like this needs to come to an end, and like we all feel the same way, like we support the protests. It's something that is necessary, um, to see if justice could get served, to see if that the system can change some way somehow. And anything would help, but it's sad that we even have to say that anything
Yeah.
helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It should just be right and wrong.
There's
So
a petition going around. I think it says justice for George, and I think you can donate also. I think it goes towards his family.
Yeah,
So
I'll
if,
definitely put it in
yeah, so if we find a link,
the
we'll put
link,
it down
man.
in the
in the
description
bio.
below if you guys feel like signing that.
Yeah,
But
Let's
definitely.
also acknowledge, like with news like this, there's not really like a bright side, but
Hmm.
let's acknowledge the fact that the officer did get charged with third-degree murder,
Yeah.
rightfully so. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
right,
So at least there was that,
and
but again, there's
manslaughter
there's
too,
Yeah.
no
right?
excuse for this type of shit.
But the other three are still in their homes
right,
Yeah,
chilling, which is not
yeah,
good. They need to
yeah,
be
facts.
charged also. Like
Hmm.
this happened literally 4 days ago. I was on Twitter at 2 o'clock in the morning, just looking at videos, things trending, and the first thing I see is a burning building,
yeah,
and I thought I was watching like a movie. This is something like I haven't ever seen in my lifetime. It was so crazy to me, like seeing the target destroyed, people looting for for the wrong reasons. If you're gonna protest, I'm all for that. That's your amendment right to protest. But when it comes to bringing in the violence of destroying property and putting things on fire, you're basically destroying your own city and
Yeah,
stuff like that. That's inhuman. That's not right. That's not what America should be. If you want to set an example, set the right example. And yesterday, I seen so much when the process did start in other cities, California, Atlanta, New York, Texas. So much at first. At the beginning of the protest, it was peaceful. There was a lot of people spreading the word of peacefulness and spreading positive messages to not be looting, to not trash the city. But it just started with one person causing mayhem and just broke out everybody in those types of cities. When I saw Atlanta, and I used to live in Atlanta 2 years ago. When I first moved to Atlanta, it was one of the most nicest people I've ever met, like ever in a city. And seeing the people basically go that crazy to their own, basically city center, all buildings, CNN is completely destroyed, and basically, I just I just broke when I saw that.
it
But
hurts, man.
yeah, and after that scene, after that day yesterday, I basically thought like there is no hope basically. But today really changed what I saw in people and humanity. I can't speak for other states because I haven't seen everything, but especially living in Florida and seeing what Miami has done with their protests and the people doing it, there spreading that message, and there still is hope for the people and for what could be America and what could spread the positive message. So
Yeah.
if you're out there, just please at least be safe. Don't don't be trying to start and get people angry and yeah, just don't damage your city. Don't damage other people's lives. Don't damage other people's homes. Just please keep safe. Do the right thing, and just spread a good message, please.
I agree with Jose 100%. What I do have to say about the protest, though, I respect these people for protesting, and I would, of course, love to see it be a peaceful protest. But when it comes to looting, to me, that's not protesting. When you see people in Target stealing stuff like video games and lamps and stuff like that, to me, that's just I feel like they're just taking advantage of the
Yeah,
situation.
they're definitely
You're
100% taking
there's
advantage.
people breaking into GameStops and other stores just stealing that stuff. To me, that's not protesting. To me, protesting is what these people are doing, standing in front of the cops, making their voice heard,
Definitely.
and
This is
really
where it
trying to
gets
spread
tricky
the
though.
message.
This is where it gets tricky though. A lot of there's a saying, I don't know what the saying is, but a lot of people say that peaceful protesting also doesn't come with much change. So yes, looting is wrong and as it should be avoided. It should probably be avoided at all costs, but this is where it has gotten to that people have to turn into this is how their aggression is coming out because nothing else seems to be working. Are they people doing it for the wrong reasons? You're always going to have that group, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, they're going to capitalize on the movement or whatever's going on. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend like a peaceful protest will also do it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like sometimes it takes that revolutionary mentality to really see change. And even though you're right, like, businesses are being burned down and that's somebody's income, that's somebody's, way of making
Their
money
livelihood.
and right. But also is like a couple signs and a couple of chants might not be enough sometimes, unfortunately. And that's where I'm kind of like I can't pick a side on like, you know, I can't say too much on that because I can see why it could go that route. However, there is two things that came out on the news or on the internet that people have exposed. There was a white guy, and I think he might have been a cop that
Yeah,
he went to like he had like a glass breaker and he was breaking like businesses and he worked for the armed forces. So they're also kind of like insinuating that low key they're trying to set the public
they're
up
starting the
right.
violence.
They're trying to set it up.
Yeah,
I saw
that's
somebody on TikTok last night. It might have been Atlanta. It might have been Cali. I'm sorry, I don't know the location, but they just randomly saw a pile of bricks next to where they were protesting. Like it just came out of nowhere. Like,
Damn.
you could kind of go one and one and be like, okay, do they want us to take these bricks and throw it
yeah. I
to the
saw that
masses?
exact same video. Like,
Yeah. So there's also, they're setting something up as well. This is,
but
yeah,
that's
it's
Did
crazy.
you
whatever that
guys
is.
see?
Whatever that is, the people doing that, or if it's some organizations, if it's even the own, I don't want to even say like the own police or anything like that, trying to start that drama. That's a whole nother conspiracy thing. But whatever it is, that's what wants to fuel this rage even more, and that's not right.
Right.
Did you guys see that the officer that killed George they actually worked together
I heard
at like a
about it.
club before?
I heard
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, I don't know what that
I
has to
did
do
not
with
know that.
the
That's
killing,
crazy.
but it's pretty. I feel like that's pretty convenient that happened like that, or like it was inconvenient. Like, how? What are the odds of that happening? Really?
Oh yeah, and unfortunately, like there's other, this it doesn't matter just because this happens too way too often, and it's
Yeah,
just we have social media, so now we get to actually see it firsthand for those people who think that the people are over exaggerating for the cause or don't think it's real. Like, nah, like there's proof, and this has been happening for a long time. I would just like to say rest in peace, George Floyd, and
Rest in peace.
condolences to his family and his loved ones, and his friends, and we just got to do better as a country, as a world, as humans.
yeah,
Just got to
definitely.
pass that line to just equality amongst all and try to live in a world in peace.
Facts.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Talking about out of this world, transitioning to today, we actually SpaceX actually launched a rocket ship to the space station. So I think it was around 4 o'clock today. This was for a test to see if we could actually start going to like the moon and other planets. So today they launched a rocket to test if it could actually withstand like going to the moon. And there was actually two astronauts in 9 years. There hasn't been two astronauts in a spaceship that have gone to space.
Really?
So
Damn,
now,
I didn't know it was that long. That's crazy.
yeah, it's been 9 years since they've tested a rocket with actual astronauts in it. So right now, as we speak, they're orbiting around space and they're trying to land into the what is it, the space station, the International Space Station, which is pretty crazy because I know Elon Musk runs the SpaceX, that whole business, and that guy has crazy ideas, and I'm just excited to see what he'll do with the potential of it. Like, imagine seeing video footage from Mars or seeing video footage from the moon, like, well, now in HD and clear like that. So
Yeah,
it's exciting
that's true.
times. Well, exciting times for space travel, not for the world right now.
Yeah,
Sadly.
Right. Well, I'll just hashtag space is fake. I'll throw in my 2 cents. I'm not gonna sit here and give
You're
my
a flat
comments
earther.
too much, but I'm not buying any of it. And then now you're telling me that they're doing it through touchscreen technology. Okay, we can't even fly a drone without hitting a tree, but we could just control the spaceship to go to. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But space, yeah,
You truly don't believe that. You truly don't believe with the technology.
Yo, we
that
doubt
have now,
everything,
can't make
man.
it
We
to
gotta
space.
keep true to our name.
Maybe back in the day, because
stay true.
I personally believe that we did not go to the moon in
Mhm.
'69, but we could leave that for another podcast. But
Right.
with the technology that we have today, I think that's light work.
I
Honestly.
think that should be your
It's-
tagline, Chris.
It's like you said, it's like another pod because in order to get into even leaving this atmosphere I have my own thoughts about that as well.
Yeah, my thoughts. I think I believe we went to space in '69. I'm not that big a conspiracy on that.
I think Stanley Kubrick did a great job on filming
I
it.
think you as a film director is crazy that you believe that we went to
I
space in
do
69.
believe. I truly believe we do. We did. With this space launch going on, it is an amazing achievement for Americans. I kind of have something on it, but I don't want to get too much on that because I don't want to
Not
get too
buying it.
much.
Did you guys watch at all?
I did watch. I watched
Watching
the launch.
Watching
yes.
it launch was just like, it was like amazing to see, like just it going into space and all the processes, and like it had like a timeline of when it was gonna land and where it was gonna
I
hit
saw
at that
that
point.
too.
It's just, it was so beautiful. It was like witnessing history. So
You saw it go into space?
yeah, you saw everything. Right now they're literally on their way to the
No, you saw it go into space. The show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see this.
I sent it in the chat
Yeah,
earlier.
they did. They did, yeah.
I
Because
believe
it's
it, man.
different to just leave. It's different to just show the launch and then see it go up. But if you're not showing me once you're up there, then it doesn't count.
It was a
No,
whole.
yeah,
it was
they're
the whole
showing it.
process.
The process or the landing of
The process, the
them being
landing,
Everything, beginning to end.
there? All right. I'm gonna check it out.
detaching pieces of the rocket ship.
I will check it out.
I wonder what the end goal is. Honestly, with all this space travel
What do
and
you
like,
mean they were trying to
well,
live,
well, like,
colonize over
you
there?
think
Yeah,
you
they're
think
gonna
that,
colonize the moon.
you think that there's life on Mars and we could potentially live there at one point?
Well, they did find evidence supposedly of water there. Yes.
But what about breathing? Breathing in Mars.
Well, of course you can't take off your helmet. You're gonna breathe there. It's not gonna be like that. But they probably had to. They're gonna live in a confined areas and stuff like that. They already have that basic training, living on a different planet, like in NASA and stuff like that, or different parts where they study that. They have special training for that, and people who have already signed up to live on Mars and stuff. And
You can sign
whenever
up for that?
Yeah, it's already done.
What's the rent?
Justin Bieber wanted to sign
What's
up.
the rent?
Yo,
Justin Bieber was trying to sign. Yeah, but if you sign up,
it's gonna be.
that's a
it's gonna
one-way
be
trip.
South Florida rent for
that's
sure.
a one-way trip, though.
They get one-way trip. I can't come back.
No, that's the whole point.
So let's all sign up and do the podcast from Mars.
Okay.
What's up, yo?
I'm sure they're paying.
It
the
would
people.
literally.
It fits
would
our
literally
theme,
be
though.
the planet of doubt.
No, yeah, we'll be
I'm
at
sure,
number
I'm
one
sure
for
they're
sure.
paying. I'm sure they're paying people to live like to sign up and live on Mars.
No, yeah,
I wouldn't.
you're gonna get food for life, basically, or however, whatever you could live there.
Hold
That
up.
sounds
Hold
lit.
up. Oh, word. Hold
But
on.
you're basically you're never coming back. You're a test dummy, basically.
Yeah, you're praying to make it
Yes,
alive.
you're never coming back. That's the thing. You're basically
Damn, but
just
free food,
you're a
no
six.
rent.
Yeah,
Do I have my PS4?
it does
And
sound
Mars, they
better
got.
than some rent places,
It
but
sounds better than here. Look at the world right now.
Dog, if there's
Anything sounds
Wi-Fi,
better than Earth.
if there's Wi-Fi, I'm sold. Like, I just let me know. Like,
Oh, they got the extra strong Wi-Fi in Mars.
I don't know how that's gonna work. If there's Wi-Fi on Mars, you let me get that Mars Wi-Fi password.
words, son. Yo, Mars with a capital M.
That'd be lit though. If we do start a podcast over there.
Well,
Thinking
that's what I'm
about it.
saying.
First
Dog.
Number one
podcast in
podcast
Mars.
on Mars.
Yo, we would be changing the game. Dog.
No one would believe us though. But whatever.
I mean, John wouldn't believe it. John would be on Mars, not believing.
I'm looking at this shit right now. This shit ain't looking convincing, by the way, guys.
This guy
It's looking
off
convincing.
stage
or-
green
not.
screen.
It's not.
Marvel does a better
Oh,
job.
God. If this was 40 years ago or 50 years ago, John, I would be right there with you.
If you just said that you don't believe we won in '69, which means we definitely didn't have the technology back then to do it, why do you believe it now? Like that we could now. The Teslas can't even drive themselves for sure fully without somebody putting their hands on the wheel to not crash.
Well,
But
Yeah,
technology
there's
has
a lot
come
of
a long
things,
way
but-
since
yeah, I
that.
think we have-
Technology can come a long way to something that's still impossible to probably achieve. It doesn't matter how long it comes. This is just my point of view on
I
it,
don't.
guys.
I don't think. I don't think it's impossible right now. To be honest, I mean, if they said they were landing on the moon or something and staying there for a year or something, then I'd be like, okay, maybe they're faking this. But they were just literally doing a test, and you could see
Yeah.
them. You can see them getting there and the whole process, and it went perfect. It was a huge win for SpaceX. So they're going to be doing a bunch more testing, and potentially within the next year or so, we're going to see people on Mars and people on the moon.
I don't see one goddamn star around here.
This guy, John, is not a 5-minute thing.
The
Yeah,
galaxy
maybe-
just photoshopped the stars to not have them in there.
It literally takes time to do that. They reach a
To
certain
do
part,
that.
a certain
to
part,
do that.
a certain
He's like,
part,
yo, throw the stars,
out,
throw the stars.
a certain part out of the space part of Earth, and that's what they call we went to space.
They're also filming down on Earth, so maybe the stars were just
Oh, yeah.
just a little higher up.
Behind
Yeah.
Just a little higher up, a few thousand miles. You know, they haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, I mean, good thing I don't really care, so I'm not gonna sit here and argue. So
Really,
If they
I'm very
won-
curious.
if they went out there, good for us. If they played us again, nothing new.
Fool me
Y'all
once.
heard about the PS5 announcement coming on Thursday?
Yes.
No.
Either.
What is that about?
So Sony is gonna launch, like, I guess they're gonna have like an hour long. I forgot what they called it, to be completely honest, but it's like their own like press conference essentially.
Mhm.
Their own
Where
E3?
yeah, where they're gonna basically, I mean, they do that shit every year. Like they skipped E3,
Yeah.
I think, like the last 2 years because they have
Yeah.
their own fucking
I
thing.
think so.
Yeah. So one of the announcements just that came out with that was that all the games that are coming out for the PS4, like The Last of Us 2 and like anything else that has to come out for this gen, like Sony is basically telling the developers like, yo, whatever games come out needs to be able to work on both gens. So they're like, look, we're at the point right now where they're only looking forward. Like they're getting really close to kind of forgetting about the PS4,
Well,
or at least that
didn't they
was my take on it.
Didn't they confirm that PS4 games will work on the PS5?
I
was
know
a
that they were
rumor.
talking
Yeah, it was a
about,
rumor.
that it was going to be backwards compatible. But I know, like, one
Yeah.
thing that they stress to any developer making PS4 games is that it has to work with the
Yeah,
PS5 stuff.
every system that comes out, they always say, "Oh, it's gonna be backwards compatible," but this
Yeah.
is the first one that's actually gonna be like that. Which is
Yeah,
good.
facts. There's going to be like new games announced during that press conference, which I'm hella excited for because everybody know PlayStation with the exclusives is the GOAT. And then there's like, I think we spoke about it briefly earlier, but there have been developers saying that praising the design of the PS4, of the PS5, which hopefully means we're not getting the vacuum that was leaked a couple months back.
That design was horrible, but
Yeah, that design was pretty bad. But I'm hyped, man. Thursday it's going to be an hour long. I think it starts like at 1 o'clock. Go to the PlayStation IG for all the details. But yeah, I'm hyped for it.
I saw a thing a while ago saying that like they don't know how much better the quality could get of like the games
Well,
and stuff.
Well,
yeah, with that, they were talking specifically about the graphics, and they
Right.
were talking about that like just across like the next gen consoles, is that we have to manage our expectations with the graphics, which is crazy to think because like every year we think the graphics are lit, and they get way more lit the next
yeah.
year. So it's crazy that we're finally reaching a cap on
Right,
like
right.
the games are gonna get
No,
real.
but they did release like a tech demo like
Yeah, and
last
it was
week,
dope.
Yeah,
and
from Epic Games, right?
yeah, from Epic
Yeah.
Games.
And they said that the surrounding stuff, like nature and all this stuff, like surrounding the characters, is filmed in like 8K or something like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
detail is crazy.
Our
But
TVs
Yeah,
can't
but
even catch up to
right.
that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have that.
the 8K
To get a
Yeah,
TV.
smart TV.
but I'm hyped for like the shit like the loading time. You know what I mean? Like just the overall
Definitely.
performance of the
We
game
need a
is really
better
what I'm
Grand
hyped
Theft
for.
Auto loading time.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto got no excuses for the next gen.
I
But
can't
even
wait
like I was
10 minutes.
playing facts, and I was playing like Assassin's Creed Odyssey not so long ago,
Uh,
and like that game, like the loading time isn't as bad as GTA, but it's still bad for like how whatever the cutscenes are.
oh, really?
So it's like literally like a long ass loading screen for a cutscene where the main character is standing like this the entire time, moving just his mouth. And I'm just like, bro, like what the hell is going on? We're past this. So I'm hyped for that.
You got the. Well, first, hello everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
see?
hey,
Well,
welcome.
man, man, you got this from the trailer they put out, right? That like 16-second whatever with the new black controller instead of the white one.
Yeah,
But the
I think
release
so,
date
yeah.
for the thing. One thing, because I saw the video before. One thing I want to know, the music that they played in that video. I don't know if you guys get a chance to listen to it. Awfully familiar to that PlayStation 1 startup music.
Yo, word.
And if they bring
Damn,
that
I
sound
didn't
back,
even peep. Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta
I
check that
kinda
out.
go back and listen to it.
Of
I
course.
haven't
Yeah.
watched
check
the
that
video,
out.
but I'll watch it. I'll watch
No,
it
it's
after
just
that.
like the controller video saying we're gonna have
Yeah,
this live.
it's real quick. Have you guys seen anything on the price? I think the last thing I saw was the number I saw floating around was 650.
I heard that it was gonna be like around 600 for like their like whatever their pro version
6 to
is.
500, I think maybe.
Yeah, it was gonna be something like that, but they're gonna have a more basic one that was a little cheaper.
Well, speaking of consoles, Nintendo World. So Japan, Tokyo just announced that Nintendo World 2020 will be coming to Universal Studios Japan, and it's going to be in Osaka.
My favorite.
Which is crazy because for years here in Florida, we've been hearing rumors that they're going to get rid of Marvel stuff in Universal and Islands of Adventure, and then we're going to try to implement Super Mario World. And we heard this like what 4 or 5 years ago, and we haven't
Still
seen that one
hasn't
sign.
I heard that same rumor, John, and then I heard another rumor that said like apparently they're gonna try to keep the Marvel stuff and then just make a separate Nintendo thing. So I'm not sure like which one is.
I don't know how that would work with Disney.
Yeah.
Like Disney
Yeah,
having
facts.
rights to the Marvel
Yeah.
stuff, but it is they are going to kick it off in Japan and Tokyo. So let me read off to you guys a couple of the details. It will feature wearable wristbands called power-up bands. So everybody who comes in has to have a wristband, and it will sync with a smartphone app and track all your digital activities as you walk around. So basically, it's like a big ass video game, and you're like a player in the video game in the whole park. It says the bands will allow the guests to collect digital coins and complete like activities and competitions with other people in the park as well.
That's pretty cool.
The app you'll have a map of the place on the app, so you can unlock achievements and win prizes.
What?
And yeah, so it's gonna be like a huge video game, and everybody's a player, and you're kind of competing with everybody in the park. At the
That's
same time.
interesting.
Yeah, this sounds hella dope. I'm just
this
wondering
movie.
like if the games that are gonna like, or like not the games, but like I guess the characters or whatever the themes that are available, if it's gonna be strictly Super Mario based. Like, is it going to be Peach, Mario, Luigi, or is it going to be any Nintendo like original? So, are like Pokemon going to be involved? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good question.
yeah, that's really
I do have a link here to a trailer that they did release. I will send it to Jose so he can put it in the description. And I didn't see like Pokemon stuff. It was mainly revolving around Super Mario characters.
All right.
What was
Either
it
way,
called?
that'll be cool though.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
What was it called?
What?
The place?
Nintendo World?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I think it's Super Nintendo World. I think.
Yeah.
Or Super Nintendo
Super
Land, something
Nintendo
like
World?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, I think if it is Super Nintendo World, it might have other like characters in it, maybe not just focused on one. But that
they
sounds
didn't show it
lit
on the
either way.
trailer, but
It sounds pretty good anyway.
and there is,
And you said that was Japan,
eventually,
right?
yes,
Japan.
eventually we are gonna get it in Hollywood. It is gonna make it to Cali and it is gonna make it to Miami, but there is no dates on that. So
Miami or
it is
Orlando?
probably, my God, Florida. But yeah, with all this pandemic stuff, like I'm sure whatever plans they had, that's just gonna get
No,
pushed
yeah,
even
definitely.
more back.
The same with
I
Disney.
saw that
Disney-
picture of like the aerial view where they showed like how it's coming out, and it looked pretty cool so far. So,
Oh, that's it, bro. I thought that was a game.
no,
I thought it was
a
like
picture of the
a
thing.
level to a game and that they
Nah,
were working
man.
on.
No, yeah,
Wow.
they
That's
staged
started.
it like in the video game. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I hope they have rides because I'm not just trying to play games. I'm trying to
No,
get
they
on stuff.
definitely probably will.
I mean, Japan is a destination I've wanted to go to for forever. So them putting that in just makes me want to go even more.
I know, but they got all the lit, dog. They got Tron in the Disney
That's what I'm saying.
park. I'm trying to get on Tron. What the hell?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I just it's gonna be interesting to see when they bring it over here with everything going on. So like,
Yeah,
But-
definitely.
I'm sure we'll see videos. We'll see people recording it once they open later on this year. But yeah, man, Super Nintendo World, it's out and about.
Very interesting. Well, it
Yeah.
could be even sooner because look at the time we're filming this, everything seems to be going a little bit back, pretty much back to normal. People are going back to work. The social distancing is becoming a little less of a thing, and there's
Right.
there's more gatherings.
So much gatherings.
Yeah, well, there's more gatherings than there were
No,
the
yeah,
past
yeah.
couple months with all this quarantine stuff. So
Yeah.
it's looking like these businesses it's coming back faster than I think people thought it would. So I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't so delayed or if they start working on it very soon.
It's still not over, but I wouldn't say it's right there.
It's not over, but
Yeah.
things are definitely going back to normal.
And while we're on that topic of things getting back to normal, did y'all by any chance see that tweet that Regal let out not too long ago?
Regal Cinema?
Yeah, so the Regal Twitter basically like they posted a picture of I got it here, but of the Back to the Future cover. And it says back to the movies, and then like the comment was coming soon ... So that
That's
means
awesome.
and I know we're all huge moviegoers. So
Oh,
I think
yeah.
we're
I
finally
love
gonna
Back
have
to
our
the
movies.
Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point, if we're going back to the movies, I want a fucking first class hover on my seat. Like, you know, those people that travel and like they have like their own like space.
Yeah.
I need like a cover on
I
my chair.
saw the pictures. They released some pictures of what the theaters could look like, and it did not look pretty. With
For
only
real?
2 seats per
Oh, no.
section, basically. So it was like 2 seats, and then they take off like 3 seats next to that, and then it's 2 seats again. So it's kind of weird. I don't know.
No, yeah.
Maybe a
I
little
wouldn't
spaced
want to
out.
watch a movie like that. Like in a whole
mean-
theater itself that only has like probably 20 seats max. So I don't know.
That's kind of lit. I'll take it.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you like it?
I don't.
You don't go to the
Listen,
movies
as
to
long as I can
sit
watch-
next to a stranger. You just want
As
to
long
see
as
the
I
movie.
can, as long as I can watch
Yeah, but
Tenet on
I'm-
time, I don't care.
I'm talking about like
I'll sit on the floor.
we as a group of friends, we take up a whole entire row basically.
So we take up the whole room. What's up?
We'll take up the whole
That-
theater. We'll
that
take up the
whole
theater.
row spread out throughout the whole theater.
It'll be lit.
Oh,
It'll
man.
be fine.
I think it's a big deal to me. I don't talk to
Yeah.
anybody really when I'm watching the movie.
I
We're
fuck
3
with
seats
that.
down.
Yeah,
long as I
I
get
got
my
you
movie.
on that. Yeah.
Well, let's see. The movies get back to normal.
My only thing with that is that so many movies got delayed. So like, I wonder what movies are going to be available like when all this happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so
Right.
supposedly
You
the
gotta get-
first movie that's supposed to come out to open the theaters is Tenet. So they're really
and-
pushing for that
word.
one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll watch that for sure. Yeah,
I'll be there 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm excited for that movie, but I don't know about with this stuff going on.
Yeah, y'all let me know how it goes. I'll watch it on Fire Stick.
What happened? I thought it was lit taking over the theater.
Nah, I'm definitely like, giving some time.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
He's gonna wait for everybody to start getting sick again, and then.
Yeah, it's still sus out here in the streets.
Talking about movies, this week, my dog Martin Scorsese signed a deal with Apple for them to hold his new movie. So like, you know how Netflix has the Irishman?
Right.
Yeah.
He just signed a deal with,
Oh,
with Apple Plus to fund his new movie and to have it on his on their streaming service.
That's
They
fire.
gave this man $200 million to work with. The
200
Irishman,
mil.
if I'm not incorrect, I think Netflix gave him 160 mil. So Apple just raised up the prices.
So he's
and the
making
actor,
a Marvel movie with that budget.
nah, he will not. Well, we all know his views on Marvel,
I know, but
but
that
this
budget is crazy.
this movie, well, this movie has Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. So
now see, my only thing with that, like, I mean, the movie sounds dope, obviously, but my only thing with that is like, I hate how like exclusive shit is getting. Like, for example, I've never had any inclination to get the Apple Plus thing ever.
Well, Manny, this is the new future.
Yeah,
dog.
this
No,
is
I know,
the
but
wave.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate that, and I don't mind that as much for TV shows, but for movies, I'm like, bro, come on, just release your movies to the public, man. Like, what are you doing?
But they will though. It's like the Chance
Yeah.
album. He got a deal with Apple, and then 2 weeks later, it's available everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's just for like I'm assuming because I don't
It
know the
depends.
details. Maybe Chris has
Depends,
more
though.
details, but
Because I
yeah,
know
like
with
it
the
usually
Irishman,
is. They release it, and then a couple whatever over time it does
Yeah.
come out to
with
the
the
public.
Irishman, it did come out in theaters, right? First,
Yeah,
yes,
Well,
And then-
it's
came out
gonna be the
first.
same. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing.
so it's gonna
I
come out
actually-
in theaters.
I actually saw The Irishman the first week it came out in theaters, but it's not theaters like AMC
Yeah,
or
it's limited
Cinemark or something like that.
theaters.
It's
Mm.
it's like small
Yeah, it's
theaters.
very
This
limited.
theater's called the that I went to is called the IFC theater. It has like 2 rooms, and like it fits like 50 people per room pretty much. So it's mad exclusive. So they're doing the same thing. They're doing like a small release before they actually put it on Apple TV
Okay.
Plus.
Manny, but I feel you though because I haven't really heard any news from Apple. Like I haven't heard people getting that app. I haven't heard people running to get that app specifically. And the stuff that they announced in the beginning sounded great. Like the guy, Damien Chazelle, the director from Whiplash and La La Land, like he's supposed to have a show on there. Oprah's supposed to have a show on there.
Yeah,
And it's still not really like
I think because
Like,
right now
people
they
not
don't
really
have that
cut-
much content, right? Do you have it, Chris? Right?
They have their own shows. I have Apple TV.
are they released
I have Apple
already
Plus.
though, or they just have it on the tuck?
They released it. They
They
have
have
like
a decent amount of stuff.
yeah, they have a
Really?
good category of TV shows and
Mhm.
some movies, but
Yeah.
the shows for the most part haven't really caught any attention. There's actually one now that has with Chris Evans. It's called was it Defending Jacob? Is it something like that? And that show's picking up a lot of steam. But yeah, I have Apple Plus and I don't really.
Oh man,
Use
so
it.
you got us with the username then.
Yeah,
Guys, don't worry about it. We don't gotta stress it. Chris,
Yeah.
Chris got us.
One lucky
ain't gonna use
viewer
it.
will get.
it sounds like the Scorsese sounds like Jay-Z trying to get people to go to Tidal.
No,
They're
yeah.
like, yeah, this is
No,
the
fan. I am a huge Jay-Z fan. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper.
You never
and
had
I've
Tidal.
never paid for Tidal. I have never in my life. paid
Yeah.
for- I've always used
Nah.
other people's shit.
I've signed up for free trials,
No.
man. When Kanye released The Life of Pablo, it was only on Tidal for like
Yeah.
a few weeks.
Yeah, fact.
So I had to.
Chris,
make
you
that
have
free
what
account.
subscription do you not have? Let me
Right.
know.
I don't have Tidal. I wouldn't be caught dead in Tidal.
Really?
If you didn't hear me, I said free subscription. I don't like
I-
people.
Every
no,
single thing that
that's
comes
why-
out, Chris.
Hell nah.
No,
For
thank you, God. Jay put his albums on Apple
Apple.
Music now. Because like there's only one like now on Tidal there's only one like Lil Wayne song that's on there that's not on Apple Music that I really want, but I'm not about to pay a subscription to listen to
bro,
that.
who
song.
uses Tidal? Tidal's like having an Android.
I know somebody, dog. I actually know somebody.
Oh, doesn't
oh,
Eddie
Eddie
use
too?
it?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Eddie has Tidal? Damn.
Yeah, poor guy.
Can't see
Oh,
myself
yeah,
using
let's
that.
see if this drives audiences to go actually download that streaming platform. I mean, I'll wait till that it's a
I
fire
highly doubt
stick.
it.
So
And it's I think
Fire
it's
Stick.
one of the cheapest subscriptions, right? It's like $5. But
It's like
I don't even think
I'm already
know.
paying $10
You know
for the
what?
for the music library. I'm cool.
you know what? I actually don't pay for it because if you have Apple Music, I think you get to use it.
No, I think that was a
Apple Plus.
promotion thing.
Are you kind of hat?
Talking about classics, Cat in the Hat. But,
Like,
but that's a whole nother podcast.
Apple Music, you get to use it.
And don't lose it,
Oh,
or else you abuse it.
all right, we're all rappers now.
Say your favorite line, Chris.
I think it'll attract people to Apple TV Plus. I'm
Yeah,
a
for
huge
the free
Scorsese fan.
subscription.
Leo, yeah, but Leo and De Niro, they can.
No, that's
I don't know,
fire.
They can do
Yeah.
anything. I'll watch it. and Scorsese. So
Talking about
OnlyFans?
subscriptions, yes. OnlyFans.
Yo, I love our
OnlyFans.
transitions, by the way. I love our transitions this episode.
Well, Chris did say he'd watch them do anything, so it's only right that we only go to
if
OnlyFans.
they had
OnlyFans
OnlyFans, if Scorsese signed a deal with OnlyFans, I would watch. That's the
Definitely
only
would.
OnlyFans I would purchase.
Speaking of OnlyFans.com.
Coming this summer. What do y'all think about your significant other started an OnlyFans account?
Your significant other.
Yes.
How much money are we talking about?
Well, that's on you. What they produce
Well,
on OnlyFans.
Let's go.
Well, that's on
all right,
them. I mean,
let me say this and then give you the answer after.
okay.
So I'm a big fan of the Joe Budden podcast, and they were saying that Safari has an OnlyFans. Safari is Nicki Minaj's ex-husband or boyfriend. Yeah. So this dude said, and he's married, by the way, guys,
Sucio.
that he's made over $250,000 beating off on OnlyFans.
Beating off. Oh, hold up.
Bro, I've been saying this, man.
And Chris does it every day for free.
Oh,
What?
no.
Chris beats off on OnlyFans for free?
Chris, I'm not cutting that.
What's the username?
These guys are all a bunch of sucios. Don't listen to them.
Damn, son,
So-
that's crazy.
It's funny that you say that because, and this is a weird dynamic because this is like the guys doing the
Yeah.
sexual shit, but he won't let his girl do it. And that's like a
What?
whole conversation too. But the fact that
Well,
the girl
That's the
even lets
double
him-
standard. What the hell?
Double standard.
Double.
That's the
Yes.
quadruple standard.
So now that you know that what you can potentially
Lord.
make,
No,
How
but
do you feel about
he's considered a celebrity. So
So hold
Oh,
up.
of course.
So John, you said he makes how much?
he's
guy-
made he's made over $250 on OnlyFans.
So here's the thing. So do you by any chance have the numbers that a female makes?
Well, if we're talking about like Lana Rose, she probably makes like 100,000 a week.
What
Like,
now?
more than
OnlyFans.
that, more
I've never paid for OnlyFans, so excuse me for not knowing this. But is it all like? Do you have to do like nude shit, or does
No,
it have to, or is it just-
OnlyFans
no.
started-
It started like that.
no.
Not
OnlyFans
really.
started just as a basic website where you could have your own subscription base with
like a Patreon.
yeah, like a Patreon kind. Like I could have started one with like photography and have an exclusive thing where people could only see
Okay.
like photos like that or videos.
Yeah,
But
so-
it does get that name, and it's used
Stigma.
for the porn industry or whatever.
So this is what I'll say. I would be totally okay with it if it was something where she was obviously had her clothes on, like
You're
didn't
talking
do
about
anything
if
to
for
lose.
your
This
significant
girl.
Oh, she's gonna be
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
that
for my
parade,
significant
man?
other. If my girl wanted to do OnlyFans and like she, again, she was getting a bag and she wasn't showing like nudity on it, I would be totally okay with it.
I
And
would
that's-
love to
no,
see this
however-
content she's making.
Wow.
Because
No,
she's making a
first of
bag
all-
without
first of all,
showing her yet.
I'm
No.
trying to get the PS5.
No, Manny,
Okay.
Manny, you're not wrong in that. There's hella females that do that do not
Yeah,
even
then
show anything.
Yeah, they get the title package. They get the free subscription for the first month, and then they're out of there.
The whole thing is it's not called nudes, it's
Man.
called ludes with an L.
Okay.
And that they don't have to
I'm
show.
gonna say this again. If there's no nudity and it gets me a PS5 on Christmas, I'm okay. I don't do what
Manny,
you gotta do.
Manny,
Secure the
what-
fucking bag.
What type of content do you think this woman is doing that she?
No,
that she's
Chris,
selling this.
there's a lot of people that do that.
I
A lot of
understand.
people.
Jose, but there might be a lot of people doing it who already have a following, which is also different.
It
If it's just
depends.
the-
It
We're
the
talking
girl that
about
went to
Manny's
school with
girl.
you.
Manny's girl.
Wow.
I'm
not-
talking
who's
about
not-
Maddie's girl.
Wow.
He's dating a famous girl.
Yeah, you're gonna let him try
Manny
your
can
girl
pull
like
a
that,
famous
man?
girl.
So are you assuming I won't date a famous girl?
That was the wrong assumption by me, and I'm sorry. I'll take it.
We're supposed to be boys. We're supposed
But
to be boys.
say it was some regular chick,
Regular day.
and regular, and she was just posting her Instagram pictures. The Instagram pictures that get 50 likes on a Saturday, and she's
Yo,
trying to
you're
sell.
assuming I'll date a girl that only gets 50.
I'm assuming you'll date a girl that gets
What the
25
fuck?
likes, Manny. I'm playing cards over here,
Damn.
all right? No, I'm playing with you.
Tell her how
I'm
you
playing
really
with you.
feel, Lex.
But I just told you. But
Oh my god.
oh my god, I don't see them selling anything like it.
No, you cannot say
Okay,
something
like-
anything.
Yeah, because here's the thing. We're talking about a hypothetical. So
Right,
like
right.
if she made an OnlyFans account And she showed any type of nudity, whether she was getting for free or charged, I would not be okay with it. You know what I mean? Now, if she started one that was just her posting pictures of herself, like just regular, like you said, pictures, and she was just trying to build a following through that.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, Manny. So how about if it was if it was 100K a week, she was getting.
But what is she posting?
Anything she wants.
She posted everything.
Yes. 100K a week. You'll definitely get that PS5.
Nah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Manny. I have morals, and I'm also not gonna let. That's the thing too. Instagram has made us be desensitized to like our girls and lingerie and shit like that. Like that used to be like a thing where it's like, yo, my girl just sent me that. Like it used to be so exclusive. Like that used to be such an intimate thing.
I think it still is.
If you do that, you know, I'm not gonna knock your hustle. You do what you do, but I just wouldn't. I wouldn't like that, and I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't.
I should. You know what? Before we move on, I just want to stress that too, John. I wouldn't do it either. It's not like I'm doing it. And then,
you had a couple of
questions.
We're equal in this hypothetical. We're totally equal.
Yeah, because if we're taking the more serious approach, I don't feel like OnlyFans lifespan has much longer. I think it got so overrated that everybody's hopping on, and once too many people come on, you think the users are going to have subscriptions to everybody that has an OnlyFans account, and it could potentially hurt your career after you decide to stop doing OnlyFans. If you're trying to get a job at a corporate level or whatever, and then they find, oh, you're doing OnlyFans.
Well, yeah, it depends on the person, though. It definitely depends on the person. If you're already in that industry, you could do it, whatever. But
this is only a topic because our regular people are starting to join it.
No, regular people. You got social media people even doing it too, and it's become a way bigger thing now. Definitely, we're in quarantine.
So Jose, you're telling me that my girl will be making 100K a month?
This guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Best scenario, I guess.
Boy, but she better buy me a PS4.
Yeah, no. Screw my morals.
But if she's doing everything,
and you've been dating her for a year or two,
what is
serious
everything?
relationship?
Like,
Chris, you know what's everything.
Because I know what everything is, but there's.
So she's twerking upside down, butt naked.
No, I don't mean like going out with other dudes and stuff.
With other men and stuff like that. That's my only restriction. Other men. Other than
you're her manager now. Yeah, look, this is fine.
There's contracts need to be.
This is where I draw the line.
But as long as she's not doing anything with other men, I don't care.
Really?
Like, she's making a bag, bro. She's making 100K. What am I gonna tell her?
Nah, all money is not good money, my friend.
But cool. 100K is always good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if she was making money, but if she was, like we said, a regular chick.
So if your girl sends your boy a nude and your boy gives her 5 racks, you cool?
I'm taking 250.
All right. I'm gonna keep that energy
and the apple pie.
Keep that energy, cuz.
Yeah.
She's not doing.
I think you're only saying that because
I hope
you're not in that situation right now. Like personally, I would not want that. Of course,
I don't think you guys realize what 100K is.
No, so 100K, I know what 100K.
What's 100K times 12? My math is horrible, guys. Forget it.
It's a lot of money.
That's over a mil, right? That's over a mil.
Yeah,
that's like 1.2.
Well, this is before.
Do the math in the comments.
Listen, regardless, she's making a lot of money. I'm not gonna interrupt her. As long as she's not doing anything with any other guy, I don't mind.
Right, when your boy is like, yo, your girl's giving it up, cuz. I subscribed.
Like, yeah, I'm getting 20% of that, cuz.
I'd be like, yo, Chris, your girl's titties are fucking on point, man. Shout out to you.
Yo, you're paying my rent. Keep watching.
All right, the only way you get 20% of you're contributing to the content. Next thing you know, you'll see Chris upside down twerking with his ass out.
Bro, for 20%.
Chris does not say no. Do you not know Chris does not say no?
I'm about making money. You understand that? These are all money moves. Fuck my pride. I got money.
Fuck my pride.
There's that. You need to have that pride.
I mean, how many girls do you think are actually out there though? If you tell them that you don't agree with it, that'll actually care what you say. We live in a time where you tell anybody anything, they're
Well, if that's the
Every-
case, then you're not my
every-
girlfriend. Then we break up.
No, it's
and then you
that
can do whatever you want.
there's a way to go around it. There's a way to about it, but it's definitely not like no, do not do this. Like you can't be like that strict. You obviously got to talk about it, and
Yeah, it would be
I would
something where
be
you spoke
I
it
would
out.
be more
like,
worried. I would be more worried dating a stripper than dating someone on OnlyFans.
Nah, that's
I
a
mean,
whole
yes.
other. No, that's a whole other thing. A lot of people are, a lot of strippers are coming out and saying, "Oh, y'all talking shit about us," but y'all just jumped on OnlyFans like it's all good.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
that's a
and y'all don't
whole
think,
another world too.
yeah, like they're doing the
I-
same shit for the most part.
Yeah,
They're
I
getting way more
understand, but
money.
like, but they're actually people are actually going in, touching your girl, and getting dances from her. Where on OnlyFans they're watching your girl just do
Yeah,
whatever.
but a lot of strip clubs, nudity isn't allowed,
and
stuff
you
like
can't
that.
touch them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah. It's just we're in Miami and it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
little down here. But
It's a thing, Chris. Too. There's a point for that too, but it's all falls under a no for me.
All right, I'm gonna have to say yes.
I'm gonna have to say.
Chris is looking at that.
All right, guys, there you have it. Episode 2 in the books. Episode 2, podcast number 2 from Planet of Doubt. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content dropping all week, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. So we got you covered. Tune in next time. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.